Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan, and today, after many times a million recommendations, we are watching Your Name. And we brought back Adam. Adam was a big hit with our Spirited Away reaction, and we know that he's the superstar of Haikyuu reactions, so
none of that is true.
It's 100% true. We brought him back to watch Your Name. As I said, this one has been recommended. I can't even tell you the number of times. Even Adam knew it had been recommended. That's how many times we've seen this.
True story.
So we are very excited to dive in. I know nothing about this.
I have no idea what to expect. My first question, I don't know if you know the answer, is it done by the same studio that did
Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, Spirited Away.
Ghibli? I know I'm going to be ripped apart for one of those two pronunciations, so I did both of them.
Maybe they're both wrong.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Miyazaki, I believe that's the guy that did Spirited Away, is apparently just the master, but I do not think this is one of his films. If I'm wrong, I know you'll let me know. Please let me know. But we are going into this completely blind.
No idea what to expect.
No expectations, no clue whatsoever. All we know is that you guys love it, and so we wanted to get into the know, you know?
I'm excited to expand my anime horizon.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Part 1 of Your Name is coming right now.
Is that a meteor shower?
Looks like it. Okay, we've got a meteor falling to Earth. I'm gonna like this already, I can tell you. I can tell you right now, this is my kind of movie.
姉ちゃん？
何寝ぼけとるの。ご飯はよ来ない。
Does she think she's dreaming?
I have a theory, but I'm not sure.
What's your theory? I'm confused.
My theory is that she is actually a boy. And something happened in the dream world and like something got switched.
Okay.
There's no other explanation for why she would be so confused at having boobs.
What I thought was that somehow they went forward in time or something along those lines.
So like you mean the schoolgirl
Yeah.
is now older.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I grew up?
Something like that. That's
okay.
おばあちゃん、昨日のお魚出す？
あんたが食べや。
おはよ
おはよ
お姉ちゃん、遅い。
明日は私が作るでね。食べ過ぎかな。まあ、いっか。
今日は普通やな。
え？昨日はやばかったもんな。
ちょっと何？
皆様、おはようございます。町役場から朝のお知らせです。来月20日に行われる糸森町町長選挙について町の選挙区1200年に一度という彗星の来訪がいよいよ一月後に迫っています。彗星は数日間にわたって肉眼でも観測できると見られており、いい加減仲直りしないよ。
大人の問題
とした世界中の研究機関は観測のための準備に追われています。行ってきます。
おはよう、さやちんです。
That guy's cruising alcohol.
お前早く降りろ。
いいんかちゅ。
重いんやさ。
失礼やな。
あんたたち仲いいな。
よくねえよ。
でもオカルトにしんの。きっとミツハがストレス溜まって
What happened yesterday?
ちょっと何の話？
何ってお前。
そして何よりも集落再生事業の継続、そのための町の財政健全化、それが実現して初めて安全安心な町づくりができるのです。現職として
どうせ今期も宮水さんで決まりやろ。
だいぶ巻いとるしな、ここだけの話。
おう、宮城。
おはよう。
町長と土建屋はその子供も仲ええな。
いややわ。
町づくりを完遂させていただきたい。
三葉胸張って歩かんか。
身内にも厳しいな。
そうなんだ
さすが町長やわ。
恥ずかしい。ちょっとかわいそう。
ミツハ。
Okay.
I don't think I can get behind your boy to girl theory.
Why?
Because if you were a dude yesterday and woke up as a female the next day, you would have a different reaction than a quick squeeze and then be okay with it. I'm not.
Well, maybe I'm saying maybe it happens frequently. And like today, it was like, oh, I'm a girl today.
Okay. I mean, it could. I mean, it could be anything, but
Clearly something is going on because everybody is like, okay, you're a different person today.
yeah.
And I think it for sure ties into this comet thing that's gonna happen.
Has to.
So she's the potential mayor's daughter.
Yeah.
That boy is the contractor's son.
Yeah.
She's acting really weird.
Or was.
Or was acting really weird and is shocked that she has boobies.
Or that they're the size they are.
Wow, okay.
Isn't that what she said? Wasn't that?
No, she said they feel very realistic.
Oh.
Or something.
Oh, okay.
時ばっかり。
黄昏。これが黄昏時の語源ね。黄昏時はわかるでしょ。夕方、昼でも夜でもない時間。世界の輪郭がぼやけて人ならざるものに出会うかもしれない時間。もっと古くは枯れたそ時とか川垂れ時とも言ったそうです。
質問、片割れ時やなくて。
片割れ時？それはこの辺りの方言じゃない？糸森のお年寄りには万葉言葉が残ってるって聞くし。
ど田舎やもんな。
じゃあ次、宮口さん。
あ、はい。
あら、今日は自分の名前覚えてるのね。
覚えとらんの？うん。あんただって昨日は自分の机もロッカーも忘れたって言って髪は寝癖ついとったしリボンはしとらんかったし。
嘘？本当？
なんか記憶喪失みたいやったよ。なあこの街電車なんか2時間に1本やし
コンビニは9時に閉まるし、
本屋ないし歯医者ないしな
そのくせスナックは2軒もあるし、
雇用はないし
嫁は来ないし。
日照時間は短いし。
You know why they have two pubs? Because there's nothing else to do, so people need to be a little bit tipsy.
There's always two pubs.
They just have to help people get through there being nothing.
Look at any small town. There's always two options.
Yeah, it's true. She clearly wrote that message to herself.
Agreed.
Her boy form.
Still not on board.
That Adam is not on board with, and knowing me and my prediction ability is completely wrong.
But you've watched more anime than me, so I need to get into the like fantasy or anime like world mindset where different things can happen.
I wouldn't say that I've watched an anime like this though.
Fair.
Spirited Away, that one was a trip, but
that one was a trip, but it was I don't know.
You knew what you were getting into right away.
Yeah, and it was like some of the characters were strange, but were still, I don't say real world is not the right way, but like you had a river spirit. Like that is kind of more in line with the fantasy stuff that I've read and kind of watched before, but this kind of has like a Freaky Friday vibe to it.
Freaky Friday.
こんにちは。こんにちは。
I thought when they said cafe, it was like an actual coffee shop.
いつは帰っちゃったよ。あの子も本当大変やよね。
まあ三葉は主役やからな。
せやな。
Are they siblings?
ねえ、テシ。
I don't know.
高校卒業したらどうするの？
なんやさ急に。将来とかの話？別に。普通にずっとこの町で暮らしていくんやと思うよ、俺は。
I love the dog. A little Shiba Inu.
Hmm. 私もそっちがいいわ。
四つ葉にはまだ早いわ。糸の声を聞いてみない。そうやってずっと糸を巻いとるとな、じきに人と糸との間に感情が流れ出すで。
糸は喋らんもん。集中しろってことやよ。
わしらの組紐にはな、糸森1000年の歴史が刻まれとる。ええか？遡ること200年前。
始まった。
草履屋の山崎真由五郎の風呂場から火が出て、この辺は丸焼けになってまった。お宮も古文書も皆焼け。これが俗に言う
真由五郎の大火。
うん。
名前ついとるの？真由五郎さんかわいそう。
おかげで祭りの意味もわからんくなってまって、残ったのは形だけ。せやけど文字は消えても伝統は消しちゃいかん。それがわしら宮水神社の大切なお役目。せやのにあのバカ息子は神職を捨て家を出ていくだけじゃ飽きたらんと、政治とはどうもならん。
社長ほら、もう一杯。
Son-in-law.
Yes. You caught that, I was just gonna say.
Okay.
So, sounds like the grandma, that's their grandma, their mom's mom. Is that what you're getting?
Yes.
He left the priesthood.
So they're at a temple.
Are they at a temple or is that their house?
I think it's both. Well, because there used to be, like, families would run or like maintain a property or a temple. Is that not a thing?
I can't even pretend to know.
Like your elephant stewards.
So he left for politics.
Yeah.
Quite a switch up. Also, I want to know what they were making. Like, what is this called? I know you guys know. Hit us up with the history facts, please, and the cultural facts. You know we love them. So what were they working on? Is Adam correct in that families live in the church temple / home? We want to be educated here, so hit us up. But that looked interesting.
Mm-hmm.
今回も社長にはお世話になるで。
任しとってください。角入りと坂上あたりの表は間違いなですわ。
お前あの子だとそんな簡単にいかん。腐敗の匂いがするな。
何言っとるの？
おい、もう2、3本つけてくれ。
はいはい。
和彦、週末は現場手伝い。葉っぱ使うでな。勉強や。返事
Small
は
quest.
ああ。
Just learn this. Wait, is that Tessie?
I think so.
They called him Katsuhiko.
お互い。
りゃ四葉ちゃんが大きくなったな。
二人ともお母さんにのべっぴんさんやな。
や
いや、
世界最古の酒なんやって。米を噛んで吐き出して放置しとくだけで自然発酵してアルコールになるんやさ。
口神酒。神様は嬉しいんかな、あんなお酒もらって。
そりゃ嬉しいやろ。
ほれ見てみ、宮水や。
私絶対無理。
よく人前でやるよりはな。
信じられんわ。
That is so interesting.
It has so many questions.
I know.
So, well, what's your first question?
I am just more the cultural significance and like it seems like there are more cultural aspects being introduced in this anime than I've seen in other ones.
Agreed.
Which, are these accurate? And if they are, that is very cool. I'm also wondering the significance of this red ribbon. It keeps popping up. Her hair, she's tying it around this
The
sake
box.
preparation. So I'm feeling some kind of something going on with this red ribbon.
Well, it's handmade. Like everything about that was, I think the grandma was making. Like the cords, like it seems like it's a whole, let's say, in-house production.
Wow.
But like, what happened to their mom?
Yes, what happened to their mom?
Is she still around? And then is this like who is, I want to say, like pure enough to do this ritual? Like, is it supposed to be their mom, or are you supposed to be like the youngest daughters of the family? I just don't know.
There's a lot of question marks brewing here, but also I'm very intrigued because this is really cool.
But it's also, I don't know if her and her family are stuck in like ancient rituals, because her friends seem to think it's embarrassing that she has to do it.
But I feel like there are some families that are like required to uphold tradition.
I agree with you, and that's
And
what
maybe
the
that's-
grandma was saying.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's them.
yeah.
お姉ちゃん元気出しないよ。いいね、学校の人に見られたくらい。
思春期前のお子様は気楽でええよね。
そうや、
So true.
いっそ口紙酒をいっぱい作ってさ、東京行きの資金にしたら。
あんたってすごい発想するな。
生写真とメイキング動画とかつけてさ、巫女の口紙酒って名前とかつけてさ、きっと売れるわ。
ダメ、酒税法違反。
え、そういう問題なの？
もうこんな街嫌や。こんな人生嫌や。来世は東京のイケメン男子にしてください。
アホな人やな。
Could be eating that one.
Whoa! I'm
いやある。
Oh my god.
But that's more of the reaction I would have expected for a guy turning into a girl accidentally.
I mean, there was definitely confusion, right?
Yeah, but he was more concerned that there was something there. If you go the other way, I'd be more concerned if there wasn't something there. Anyway. I don't know.
I
how to do
am
it.
shocked. No, it was like literally, I don't know if it's even right. We're definitely jumping to conclusions here. But it was definitely just like the surprise and the confusion. You know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
な
起きたか？お前今日飯当番だっただろ？寝坊しやがって。
すみません。
俺先に出るからな。味噌汁飲んじゃっといてくれ。
うん。
遅刻でも学校はちゃんと行けよ。じゃあな。
いってらっしゃい。変な夢。何つかさ？誰？
This has to be Mitsuha.
Yeah.
トイレ行きたい。
But was the original Mitsuha Taki? That's the question.
Could you imagine waking up as the opposite sex?
No. No, never. My question for you is, do you think that this transformation goes both ways? Like, do you think Taki is a real person, a real boy in real life who switches places with Mitsuha? Or do you think that this whole thing is about Mitsuha? And I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that her wish is going to come true. I think that her weird day was them switching places.
Okay. Because her hair was messy.
Yes.
Okay.
And you look at the house was messy.
Well, a boy wouldn't know how to do a girl's hair.
Right. But just like the whole vibe of being disheveled and whatever else. And then I think that they are going to somehow meet either in real life or in the dream world, or something's going to happen when the comet comes. And they're going to end up finding each other as themselves. That's my prediction.
So from what I'm gathering, I feel like Taki in this moment is Mitsuha in his body.
Yes, I would agree.
But the comet has not come.
Correct.
But rewind, Mitsuha was in her body when we saw her.
Yes, but the day before that everybody referenced
was maybe Taki in her body.
Yeah. That's what.
So I'm just like, the timelines are a little blurry for me right now. You know?
Yeah.
But, okay.
Maybe we'll see it from his point, like her point of view, then go back his point of view,
Okay.
and then together, maybe.
Got those Google Maps.
Tokyo ya.
I'd be a little more freaked out. Never being in a big city.
Yes.
Not knowing, like, how do you know where you go to high school?
次のライブの前座でさ、ライブ？
ね、今日部活サボってさ、心配じゃない？
ターキ。まさか昼からとはね。飯行こうぜ。メール無視しやがって。
あ、司くん。
くんづけ。反省の表明。迷った？
うん。
お前さ、どうやったら通学で道に迷えんだよ。
私。
私？
僕。
He's sitting like a girl.
俺楽しかったんやよ。なんか毎日お祭りみたい。東京って。
なんかお前なまってない？
ターキー弁当は？まったく
寝ぼけてんのか？
なんかあるか？
卵コロッケサンドにしようぜ。
ありがとう。
放課後カフェ行かね？
なあレノ、いいね。タキは？
カフェ？
天井の木組みがいいね。
ああ、手がかかってんな。ターキ決まった？
このパンケーキ代で俺1ヶ月は暮らせる。
いつの時代の人だよ、お前は。
まあいっか、夢やし。いい夢。
は
あ？どうしよう。俺バイト遅刻だって。
お前のシフト今日か？
早く行ったら？
俺のバイト先ってどこやっけ？
はあ
？I would not do well in this situation. I would
freaking out. And at no point would you be like, it's a dream, I'm just going to spend lots of money.
I'm a planner. I am organized. I'm the definition of type A. If I found myself in this situation, I would probably just sit down.
Pinch yourself until you woke up.
I would just sit down and not move.
I don't know what I would do.
You would be like Taki at this moment, being like, this is the best dream ever.
No, that's fair.
Like, this is awesome.
But think about her friends, his friends. Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Well, that's what happened to Mitsuha. They're like, oh, you're back to normal. What was wrong with you? Now we see. This is detrimental.
But you don't know anything that's going on. You don't know, like you've switched bodies, but not memories or life, and you don't know anything about that person.
No, I would be unwell. But I am gonna get hives thinking about this. Taki / I don't know why I did an X. Mitsuha's doing a great job.
6番、7番、10番様、オーダー待ちです。
No.
12番テーブル。
Even if I knew what I was doing, this would stress me out.
ズッキーニとトマトのサラダと頼んでませんけど。
タキ、トリュフは品切れだって言ったろう。タキ、声が小さいよ。タキ。
この夢いつ覚めるんやさ。
Just getting yelled at.
ちょっとお兄さん。
はい。
ピザにさ、用事が入ってたんだけど。これ食っちゃったら危ないよね。俺が気づいたからよかったけどさ。どうすんの？
でもイタリアンの厨房で用事が入るなんてことは。
お客様、どうかなさいましたか？
ああ、このお兄ちゃん言ったんだけどね。
お前今日おかしいぞ。
大変失礼いたしました。お代は結構ですので。
そ
お怪我はございませんでしたか？
Wait, what? What was that X-Acto knife?
I have no idea, but I feel like he did that on
奥
purpose.
寺
Yes.
先輩だろ。
奥寺先輩、さっきは。
今日は災難だったね。
いえ、
あいつら絶対言いがかりだよ。マニュアル通りタダにしてやったけどさ。
奥寺さん、そのスカート大丈夫ですか？
おい、どうした？
切られてるみたい。
あいつら。
どうしましょう。顔覚えてますか？
いや。
先輩、ちょっと。
おい、タキ。
スカートを脱いでください。向こう向いてました。
Hey, come with me to this back room and take off your.
I guess that would take a little getting used to.
She's probably like I'm gonna keep calling Taki she because I feel like his mentality and his like who he is
female.
Mitsuha. Yeah. She's probably gonna sew it up.
Yeah, 100%. That's what you would do.
But I really think that guy just did that.
Yes.
He brought his own personal toothpicks to the restaurant to get a free meal. But also, why cut her skirt? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Why are you carrying an X-Acto knife around with you? I'm fixating on this one thing, but it's just...
How would you handle a customer that you thought put a toothpick in their own pizza?
Why are you even asking? You know exactly what I would do.
Yeah, just thinking about that scenario makes me laugh.
You would be like the girl, the lady who gave him a free meal in the house. And I would have probably responded in not as nice a way as Taki did. That is why I've never been in the service or food restaurant industry. It would not go well.
No.
すぐに済みますから。できました。
タキくんすごい。前よりも可愛い。
今日は助けていただいてありがとうございました。
本当はさ、今日ちょっと心配だったのよ。タキくん弱いくせに喧嘩っ早いから。今日の君の方がいいよ。女子力高いんだね、タキくんって。
I'm so excited. Okay. This has got me intrigued. This is very interesting.
I was kind of right with the Freaky Friday thing.
Yes.
A daily Freaky Friday.
Yes, so it kind of seems like they spend a day switching. Okay, I'm jumping to conclusions again, but maybe a day switching, a day back, or some kind of cadence like that. But
so you think this is going to happen more than once?
I think so, because I feel like they're setting it up by writing the messages back and forth.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's the only reason why I'm thinking that it's going to happen more than once. I think that's very cool that they have found a way to let them communicate, like across
body swaps.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm very curious to see Taki in Mitsuha's body. That's probably also a disaster. But what did she say? He's sweet with a quick temper.
Yes.
But Mitsuha is like very calm, reserved, sweet. So I am definitely intrigued.
It's definitely interesting. I'm curious where it's gonna go.
We definitely asked some cultural questions here. Are the things we saw accurate?
I want to know, is the like highest quality sake actually made like that?
Yes, tell us everything. Accuracy, if you've heard of this, give us a lesson, okay, in the comments below.
I'm curious how many other people had like figured out what was going on by this point as well.
Do not give spoilers though, okay? We are breaking Your Name into 3 parts. We are finishing up part 1 here, but we do not want to be spoiled, so please be mindful when you're writing your comments. As always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because part 2 of Your Name is coming next week, and I am so excited. So we are watching this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
See you soon.